This is Taking Aim with
Ralph Schoenman
and Mya Shone, here with an update on the case of Lynne Stewart. We have with us Ralph Poynter. Good evening, Ralph.
Good evening, Mya. How are you and how is everyone this evening?
We're doing fine, but we understand there's some disconcerting news about Lynne's situation.
Yes. As the last time we spoke, I was saying Lynne feels that she felt positive because she had been upgraded from terrorist to common criminal. And, you know, to be a common criminal in a prison system as opposed as a terrorist, convicted terrorist, it's an improvement. And we laughed and we all enjoyed it, but now I have great concern that she's being now downgraded from common criminal to terrorist prisoner because of few things that have happened. One of them is that she has never gotten a Sunday Times. One of the things that, Ralph, you remember, the only person you saw who ever went to jail for clippings, Lynne clips. She reads things, and she sends the clippings to her friends, or she keeps them for herself. She cannot clip because the Times is not getting their regular, and it has been paid for. And then the second thing is the money for commissary has suddenly not been able to get through.
And, Ralph, we should explain that people cannot send Lynne items. Everything has to be purchased through the commissary. There's a very strict control on what reaches her. So if the commissary is interrupted, her access to books and also personal items is also interrupted.
And the third thing is that the email, which was like a 2-day delay, sometimes a 3-day delay, and they seem to have selected who gets the email and who doesn't. And I never depended on it because of the big delay. Then that was down for a while. And when we spoke on it, they said it was because they were upgrading it, they were repairing it. I'm a Luddite on computers. I don't know about that. But now we're back on. But I'm disturbed. Now, the other thing is, when I was out there December 31st last year to visit Lynne, took me 3.5 hours to get in because they said they had sent my application for clearance to visit Lynne back to New York. Well, you know, I says I can't go. And fortunately, I was able to visit Lynne 4 days in a row, the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And then every day I was worried about whether my clearance was through. Authorization. So 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, Lynne called and she says, you have been authorized to visit. She says, give your papers that they sent to you to other people, an Episcopalian minister of the church she had gone to. And then she says, Ramsey has to get clearance. As far as I know, no one has gotten clearance except me. When I looked in the mail for the so-called application, there is no application. They have not sent it. December 31st was when they said they sent it to New York. The mail is not that slow. I am beginning to become concerned.
Well, the issue, apart from this fast and loose game that the prison authorities are playing, is that, in effect, they're providing a situation in which Lynne can't see her attorneys and prepare an appeal. I mean, what about the security of her attorneys being able to consult her with respect to a case that's still before the courts?
And she is in Fort Worth, Texas, as opposed to Danbury, which we requested so that she would have access to her attorneys. I don't know what's happening. And so I am waiting until Thursday when I can go see Lynne and talk to her face-to-face, not with her 10-minute restriction, 10 minutes per day.
Well, you know, it takes place in a very specific context in which Obama has now formally acknowledged that detainees at Guantanamo, including those who haven't been charged or convicted, can be held indefinitely. Incommunicado, indefinitely. They're formalizing this. It's the serious application of the terror game by way of cracking down on anyone who opposes and exposes the criminal nature of the state. Lynne is in the front line of that struggle and frontline victim as well.
I want to thank you, Ralph, for being with us, and we look forward to getting a further update when you come back from Texas. This has been Taking Aim with
Ralph Schoenman.
And Mya Shone. Please check out the Lynne Stewart website, www.lynnestewart.org, and also the Taking Aim website, where you'll find interviews with Lynne Stewart, and that's www.takingaimradio.com.